Colorado fans and even the haters out there, buckle up. The real games are about to begin. Yeah, the Buffaloes are off to a solid 2-1 start, but let's be honest, it all means nothing without Big 12 wins. And guess what? That journey kicks off this weekend at Folsom Field as Colorado takes on the Baylor Bears. Now, speaking of Baylor, head coach Dave Aranda is under pressure after a rough 3-9 season last year. He's brought in Jake Spavital, the former Texas State head coach, as their new offensive coordinator to rev up Baylor's high-tempo offense. Meanwhile, Coach Aranda will personally handle the defense because, let's face it, both teams are desperate to turn things around. But stick with us as we dive into why Colorado has the upper hand in this matchup.
This is Plummer Football, because there is only one way to succeed at anything, and that is to give it everything.
Baylor's got talent at wide receiver, 5 returners, to be exact. Monterey Baldwin, who posted 623 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2023, leads the pack. But don't sleep on Josh Cameron, who's primed to be Finn's go-to guy this year. But here's the thing, Baylor's offensive identity is built on the run. Even with those talented receivers, they rushed the ball 70% of the time in their first Big 12 game against Utah. Here's why. Quarterback DeQuan Finn, he's a dual-threat QB who can hurt you both ways. Last year with Toledo, he threw for over 2,600 yards and 22 touchdowns and added 563 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. While Finn's mobility can make him dangerous, it also brings risk. In the last 3 seasons, he's thrown 23 interceptions. So, if Colorado's defensive line can bring the heat, guys like Dayan Hayes look for Finn to make costly mistakes. Baylor's offensive line, they've struggled. Last year, they ranked last in the Big 12 in protecting their QB, giving up 30 for sacks. They added transfer Kurt Daniker to help shore things up, but Utah still got to Finn 3 times in their matchup. This bodes well for Colorado's aggressive pass rush. On the ground, Richard Reese and Dawson Pendergrass lead Baylor's backfield, but they'll face stiff resistance. Colorado's linebacker duo, Levant Bentley and Nakai Hill-Green, will be all over them, ready to dominate the trenches. Now, let's talk about the Bears' defense, which has been a major issue. Last season, they ranked near the bottom of the Big 12, and overall, they were ranked 110th in total defense. This year, they've looked better on paper, ranking first in passing yards allowed through 3 games, but hold up. That's against an FCS team in Tarleton State, and to run heavy offenses in Air Force and Utah, Colorado's elite receiving corps will be their first true test. The Bears do have some strength at linebacker with Keaton Thomas and Matt Jones. Thomas, a West Virginia transfer, has finally found his home at linebacker and will be around the ball constantly. Matt Jones is a veteran with plenty of experience, entering his 6th year with 82 tackles last season. But here's the good news for Colorado, the Bears' defensive line is weak. They lost 2 of their top rushers and had 2 interior linemen medically retire. This is where Colorado's reshuffled offensive line can really capitalize and protect Shedder Sanders. One name you need to know on Baylor's defense, Caden Jenkins. The sophomore standout snagged 3 interceptions and recovered 2 fumbles as a freshman. He's a threat, but he can't do it all alone. On special teams, Baylor has a new weapon, Jamal Bell, Nevada's all-time kick return yardage leader. He's looking to make a name in the Big 12, so Colorado's kickoff coverage must be on high alert. And there you have it, folks. The Buffaloes are hosting Baylor at Folsom Field, and we're calling it. Colorado is on track to hand Baylor their 2nd Big 12 defeat of the season. A win here will send shockwaves through the Big 12 and solidify Colorado as a legitimate contender for 2024. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more Colorado football coverage all season long. Until next time, Buffs Nation, give it everything.